Today, I'll be reviewing a classic 1992 side-scrolling shooter game from the Super Nintendo era called Pocky and Rocky. This game defined my childhood and was one of the most challenging and memorable games I have ever played to this date. This game has one of the best two-player modes ever and something that is rarely seen in video games today. There's something for everybody in this game. Whether you like Japanese mythology or you're just a fan of arcades-like shooter games, this game is for you. You have two characters to choose from. There's not much difference in gameplay between them. Pocky is a young shrine maid living in feudal Japan who fights with Ofuda cards. Rocky is a tanuki who's friends with Pocky and he uses leaves as his weapon of choice. The story to this game is pretty basic, but at the same time leaves room for imagination and draws upon Japanese folklore and mythology to advance the story. As it states, the Nepino goblins, a group of yokai, or demons, went on a rampage and Pocky had stopped them before. Only now they have begun to act strange, and a member of the Nepino goblins, Rocky, comes to Pocky for help, and the two set off on a quest across ancient Japan to find out what is causing the uprising in the Nepino goblins. Gameplay is at its best in this game. It's smooth and flawless. Rarely you'll see any glitching, and sometimes the screen will slow down via the use of special attacks when there's more than a few enemies on the screen, but it can be overlooked and sometimes it helps to your advantage of completing the level or dodging an enemy's attack. Characters move horizontally and vertically throughout the level, and a character can attack from 8 different directions because enemies will be coming out of the woodwork. Old wells, ponds, walls, you name it, they'll be attacking you. Like I said, enemies will be all over the screen, but you'll find helping hands throughout the level and find different ways of working around enemies to learn attack patterns. You'll find hidden characters that'll throw you items that'll help you throughout the entire level and sometimes give you either an extra life or an extra special attack. You'll usually have to fight a mini-boss halfway through all the levels. They're not really hard, and sometimes they even drop special items to help you either recover your life or give you special attacks. The power-ups for your weapons include red and purple orbs. The purple orbs increase the spread of your attacks. The red orbs give you the fire ability, which spread out to hit nearby enemies. You'll also find shields and Japanese-like food to protect and to restore your health when it's low. Also, if you receive damage at any time in the game, your attacks will decrease and will become less powerful. The only way to get them back is to find the same power-ups as before. A boss will appear at the end of every stage saying some small speech and the battle will resume. Working with a partner, you can utilize many strategies to beat the boss, whether it's reflecting attacks, full-on frontal attacks, or confusing him and using your friend as a shield, or whatever floats your boat. Some boss battles are harder than others, and you must utilize different techniques and working together to defeat the boss. Sometimes you also have to take into account the area where you can fall off cliffs or fall into the water, lose health, and your power-ups. Work together and figure out the best solutions for each battle and memorize the attack patterns of your enemies. The levels are brilliantly designed and match the setting of the game, giving you the authentic feudal Japan feel. Levels will evolve from shrines, haunted graveyards, riverbeds, to mountainsides and dark castles. Each level tougher than the last. The final 2 levels will really give you a run for your money in this game. To put it simple, this game is fun, nostalgic, and a true gaming classic. In 1993, Pocky and Rocky was awarded Best Dual Game by Electronic Gaming Monthly. In the end, the game is solid. The only thing it lacks is replay value. Once you beat the game, you can change the difficulty and play again. The only difference is enemies are tougher and can take more damage. But still, the game is epic, and it's a game you and your buddies will keep playing over and over again. I guarantee it. For the review of Pocky and Rocky for the Super Nintendo, I give this game 5 stars out of 5.